Hey everybody, Farming Biker here. You saw that? That was a little squash. They're starting to pop up. There's 2 or 3 of them that are up now, I guess, in the garden, and then the rest are just starting to clear the surface. So, but the corn is, I'm gonna have to start doing it every 3 or 4 days because it's growing so fast. Check this out. I mean, last week they were like right here. That's crazy. This stuff grows so fast. And the squash. See, there's one right there. Another one there. There. Right there. All around. It's growing. Things are growing good. But we got another problem. I'll show you. So these 2 here are both males, and they're separated with an empty cage there. But if you notice, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, on his face, nice smudges of yellow. Well, he's not supposed to be yellow, he's supposed to be white. And that's because this guy right here is pissing on him. They do that when it's a territorial thing, and they want to kill each other if they can. That's why he's in this cage and not this one, to separate him. But he's still able to get to him. So I'm gonna have to put a piece of metal right there on that divider wire, a piece of corrugated metal or something, so he can't even see him. Otherwise, they'll keep doing that until either he just lives in misery or he dies. One of the 2. Some leftover material. I think this metal right here. Yeah. Yep. That'll work. Just gotta cut it down to size. Alright, I got it cut out. That'll work pretty good. Just gonna poke some holes, get some wire, and wire it up. They're having a panic attack because of what I'm doing. But they'll get over it. Alright, got it wired up. I could probably move him back into here, but I'm just going to leave it empty for right now. That's what you get for being mean. Well, these are the only 2 we got left, but we're going to keep them. We sold all the rest of them. And one's a gilt, one's a boar. We're going to raise the gilt and keep her as a breeder to him. There. In about 7 months she'll be ready to breed. But him we're going to cut, so he'll be a bar hog instead of a boar. And we're going to raise him for meat, and he should be ready to butcher in about 5 months. I'm going to put together a feed ration for him, if I can find it. It's 50 pounds of cracked corn, 12 pounds of soybean meal, and about 1.5 pounds of a mineral mix. And he'll have continuous access to that, and it makes him grow really fast. And he'll be ready to butcher in about 5 months. He should be around 250 to 275 pounds. Perfect butcher weight. But all the rest are gone. They're not liking being separated from mama, but they'll get over it. What was interesting to me is that the little boar that we have left was the one that the kids had named Ragnar, and he was the biggest of the entire litter. And the other boars that went, nobody wanted him, even though he was the biggest and the most stout. I thought that was kind of interesting, that they chose the smaller ones. But the other 2 boars were, they had the Hampshire look with the black with the white stripe around the chest and the back, so I guess they wanted them for looks. Maybe they're going to raise them for 4-H or something. I don't know. And he's just got speckles and stuff on him. But his conformation is better. Which means he should be a pretty good butcher hog, since he's the biggest one. Well, I decided to mow the grass. My wife came out here and decided to weed the garden. It looks a lot better now, instead of all the grass over there. Corn's looking good. This guy just slithered right past me. Oh, I spooked him. Into the brush pile. The next part of this video is going to be pretty graphic. So if you're squeamish or don't want to watch, then you can pause it or fast forward or whatever, but I'm going to be butchering a rabbit here real quick, so be forewarned, it's graphic. So we got one more task to do today. This here is my processing board for the rabbits. This rabbit right here is a doe, and we're going to have to eat her. Every time we put her in with him, she tries to castrate him. A doe that doesn't want to get bred or doesn't like the buck will castrate a buck. And it's quick. So we've tried several times to breed, and that's the first thing that she tries to do. So we can't have that. So we got to eat her. She's just wasting money.
She's a good size. She's a good size.
So the way we kill these is we knock them in the head and then cut their throat and let them bleed out. Knocking them in the head stuns them and pretty much knocks them out, so they don't feel any of the other violence against them, I guess. Grab the top of the skin, a small hole. Way up. A lot of it's tearing. The skin's really thin. We don't need to do a whole lot of cutting on it. Here is her tail. We'll hold all this here. Just cut the tail right off. Just like that. And the rest of her, just pop out the elbows like this, like that. And now on the head. The gutter, small incision. Real simple.
Gallon Ziploc in the freezer.
Good for Rabbits are really good for sustainable farming. You want to be sufficient. Just put the liver and the heart back inside there. You want to be sufficient on your land. Cheap to grow. They're easy to eat. They're easy to process. You get a fair amount of meat off of one. They will breed like rabbits. All right, let's take it in the house. Well, that's one of the dirty parts of having a farm, but we will we'll get her cooked up and have her for supper. It's kind of unfortunate too because she was a nice doe, a good sized doe, but we can't have a doe trying to castrate the bucks. That's just not going to work for a breeding operation like what we want to do for meat. But rabbits are fantastic meat, and they're a good thing to have on a small farm if you want to try to live sustainably. You know, they eat very little grain, and if things come to the worst of it, then you can feed them green and foliage and stuff instead of having to feed them grain. You just pick tons of greens every day, and they'll be all right. And they'll still have babies, and you still have a meat source. So, chickens, you know, running free and stuff. You get eggs from them too. Well, they saw something over there, but you know, add it all together. Have a bunch of different sources of meat and other foods. You can live pretty good. But it's part of being a farm, or part of having a farm. So, thanks for watching, y'all.